about talking about moving, posting about compromising about different things. I have been in talks myself since 2005. There were 3 parades up.
Who are you?
Now,
You've been in all these talks, though. Who are you?
I am a member of the Orange Order, representing the local Orange Lodges in the North West Belfast Parades and Cultural Forum. That's who I am.
Right, so you can speak on behalf of the Orange Order?
No, I can't speak on behalf of the Orange Order because I was representing my own lodge, and that's who I can speak on behalf of.
Which lodge?
But this parade was put forward by the Belfast.
Were you in the North and West? Did you declare yourself you were there speaking for the Orange Order?
I was speaking on behalf of my local lodge.
But did you declare that with respect to you? Because it was always declared that nobody was there speaking for the Orange Order.
I was always declared by you, Gerry.
So you're now saying that the Orange Order was represented because I'm not exactly getting what are you representing the Orange Order or are you not?
A number of times.
But are you representing the Orange Order?
I'm not representing the Orange Order. I'm representing my lodge.
Well, that's the Orange Order.
It's not the Orange Order. It's a very, very small part of the Orange Order. Now, don't try and deflect away from the issue here.
Then you can't represent the local. You can't represent the local lodges.
It's been going on for a long, long time.
No, but you can't represent the local lodges
for a long, long time. But it's going to be increasingly difficult when people like yourself come on. Now, we're being asked to talk to the Ardoyne residents. Who are the Ardoyne residents? The Ardoyne residents can't even agree among themselves. Who talks for Ardoyne?
Beg your pardon?
Because if we were to get together and make a deal with Cara, Gort would come out the next day and blow it out of water. Or should we talk to Gort? In this case, Cara would come out the next day and blow it out of water.
It's happening on both sides, John, and if you were involved in the talk, what is your name anyway?
Never, what do you want?
My name, I just asked you what your name is. You said you were representing a lodge. You want to tell me? You said you were at the talks.
Exactly who I am, Gerry.
You said you were at the talks. So you're coming on with this mysterious John, and then throughout the conversation you're saying, well, you're actually involved in talks. If you're involved in talks, we were out in the open anyway. So, I mean, what's the problem now?
Well,
were you involved in the talks? Are you making it up?
I don't say I should tell you exactly what my name is.
Why would you not?
A professional terrorist like yourself.
You're saying you represent the Orange Order? Or the Orange Lodge?
I said I didn't.
So if you're, I represent Sinn Féin. My name's Gerry Kelly. If you represent the Orange Lodge, who are you?
I'm a representative of Earl of Earn 647. That's all you need to know. And a member of the North and West.
No, actually you don't, because you could be from outer space for all I know. Who are you?
I think we should take him at face value.
Who was the first person to call hundreds of people onto the front of the Ardoyne shops a number of years ago? You. So don't try and deflect away from the Orange Order.
At one stage you're saying you're talking from the next stage, actually you're not.
Is that true, Gerry?
It is true.
Is what true? No, it isn't true.
It is true.
Well, let's not start going down this route. John, in terms of the pressure that there will be on the police this Saturday, do you not feel for them?
I certainly do. Definitely. And I think it's terrible that the police should find themselves placed in such a dangerous position.
Well, how does another application help them? How does it help the police or the wider community?
It certainly helps the wider community because, as I explained earlier on, now, Stephen, residents, unionist, loyalist residents from that area to say that they disagree with this decision. And if they do come out and say they disagree with what the Orange Order are doing, I'm sure that the application will be withdrawn. But as far as the police are concerned, they are placed in this position through no fault of their own.
Well,
I can understand why they don't want to get involved.
Well, imagine how frustrated they must be, the police must be. Total of 68 arrests. Where are these figures I was looking at? It's actually quite incredible. Do you know how many petrol bombs have been thrown since the 17th of July?
How many have been thrown by Orangeman?
By the 17th of July, sorry, 128. Yeah. 128 petrol bombs thrown.
Yeah. That's almost as many as were thrown at Ardoyne last year by the Republicans. So maybe there's a bit of a quid pro quo there, I don't know. But, Stephen, don't deflect. We're talking about here the right of people to go home. It's no more than that.
Well, we're not talking about the right of people to go home.
Yes, we are.
No, because I presume you got home. Are you telling me you haven't been home since last week?
No, I got home eventually, but I had to go home by a hugely circuitous route.
No, you didn't.
I had to bring my children and grandchildren.
I know what way you
Well, hold on. John, so could you describe to us what this hugely circuitous route is
Yeah.
How long extra onto your journey?
On the 12th night, couple of hours.
Well, with
Because there's
due
no
respect for you.
Talk me through it, John.
Everybody else goes up and walks up through Sunnydale.
Talk me through it, John. How was there a couple of hours added onto your journey?
I had to go back down the Shankill Road to your relative's house. There's no buses. Tried to get a taxi. Couldn't get taxis.
Well, that's because of the violence and the trouble, isn't it?
No, it's because the Ardoyne people don't.
Well, you're being ridiculous now, John. You can get up home fairly quickly.
Gary, you're making it easier yourself here. Now, let me tell you something. It took me a couple of hours to get home the 12th night. As a lodge, our colours, our regalia are still going to be our road. Can't move. All you want to do is the right to go home to our own district. That is of paramount importance to the Orange Lodges. And also the people of the district. If you accept that...
Not the nationalist in the district.
It goes halfway towards understanding what the real position is.
You know, some people would argue the following, John. Some people would argue that violence, when people think of the Orange Order last week, that they have a picture of violence in their mind. Now, that isn't helping the many, many decent Orange men up and down the country. And so there is something to consider, which is if you're calling people onto the streets again, if you're making an application to march again, if there's going to be a march anywhere near a potential flashpoint, surely there is responsibility on those calling for those marches to ensure that they are safe and peaceful. And will it be acceptable for them to say, if there is violence, will it be acceptable for them to say afterwards, oh, well, we didn't want violence, but it happened anyway? Is that going to be acceptable?
No, you're right. There is a responsibility. Everybody has responsibilities in this society. And if anybody calls a period, they are